Hey guys, what is up? It is an Unobservant Gamer here, and we're back with some more Hearthstone. Today we are doing the basic hunter deck. I said in my last video, when we did the basic druid deck here, that I wanted to do kind of a basic deck for each of the classes, where you basically just use, all the cards that you have that the game just gives you right off the hop, where you don't have any other cards from packs or anything, or from leveling up yet. Basically, whatever you start with, I kind of wanted to just, like, what would be your first game? I'm trying to help you win a couple. So, today we would do the basic hunter deck. As you can see, I started recording and then somehow it bugged out, so I actually played a game or two and then it kind of had a heart attack and bugged out and then deleted it somehow. So I actually have played a couple games with this deck already, so you'll notice that I have the animal companion here, but I actually haven't put it in the deck because, like I said, just whatever you got right off the hop, that's what I'm going to be building these decks with, at least for now. And then hopefully after I'm done the 9 classes, I will do some other decks and start playing just with you guys for fun and stuff. So for now, let's take a look at this basic hunter deck. So should be noted that Hunter's hero power right here, as you can see, is deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. So basically, generally hunters are basically just go for the face, do as much damage as you can as fast as possible, and that's generally a good strategy for hunter because they have a pretty high win rate, at least the hunters I've faced. So let's take a look at this. We got the Arcane Shot, which is kind of the only spell that you can pick where the damage goes at the beginning. With the hunter, you don't really have anything else other than that. So it's good to have in there. Tracking's good because it lets you draw 3 cards and then pick one of them, but unfortunately you have to discard the other 2, so you gotta be careful. Timberwolf is good if you have at least a few beasts in here. Gives them +1 attack and it's only 1 mana anyways. Voodoo Doctor is just good because it's pretty much the only card you have that restores your health at the beginning, so at least it gives you some health back, or some health to your minions. Can definitely benefit board control. Acidic Swamp is, like I said, pretty good. Very good. 3-2 for 2 is already good, and Battle Cry destroy your opponent's weapons just makes it even better. You got the Bloodfen Raptor in here, a 3-2 for 2, and he's also a beast, so he benefits from this. Ironforge Rifleman wasn't in our last deck, I don't believe, but he's a 2-2 for 3 and deals 1 damage, so it's kind of versatile. Iron for Grizzly is good, just a 3-3 for 3 taunt. Shattered Sun Cleric in there again, pretty good card, especially when you're starting out. You don't really have anything to buff your creatures, so that's a pretty good card. Multi-Shots, also pretty much the other spell damage that you have as Hunter at the beginning. It's very good, I'd say so. Unfortunately, you can't pick what, it says random enemy minions there. You can't pick what minions it hits if there's more than 2. So you're kind of taking a chance if there's more than 2. And another downside of it is if your opponent only has 1 enemy on the board, you can't play it because it needs at least 2 to target anything. So it's kind of interesting, but kind of your only option for spell power other than Arcane Shot at the beginning, so I put it in there. You got the Gnomish Inventor again. It's important to have cards in your hand, and a 2-4 for 4 is not bad either. This is an interesting card, Houndmaster. As long as you have beasts in your deck, it's a pretty decent card. It gives a so it's 4-3 for 4, which is already kind of decent, and gives any friendly beast that you have on the board. It gives a single one, I should say, +2/+2 and taunt, and you can pick what one you want it to have. So it's pretty versatile. Again, Stormwind Knight, I don't think we had in our last one either. It's a 2/5 for 4, but it also has charge, and since its HP is pretty high there, you can see 5 HP is not too bad for 4 mana. You can kind of run it into almost anything early in the game, and it'll kill it, and or at least do some damage, but it'll survive, so it's a good card to have. Frostwolf Warlord again, if we're going to have at least a couple dudes on the board, that's a pretty good investment. And another interesting card we didn't have last time is the Nightblade, which is a 4/4 for 5. Kind of decent, a little bit on the high side, but it also immediately does 3 damage to the enemy hero. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. As you can see, the curve's a little interesting, not too bad. So yeah, let's just let's just hop into it here. As I said, I played a couple of games. Unfortunately, now I have 12 out of 20, but I didn't use any of them, any of the extra cards that I got in here. And I won. I went 2 for 2. So far, we're doing not too bad with this deck. 2 for 2 offline, but we'll just count the online statistics since I'm with you guys anyways. So yeah, like I was saying, I want to do a deck like this for all of the 9 classes. Just kind of as like a I don't know, kind of as like a guide for someone who's new to Hearthstone that doesn't have any of the cards like you don't at the beginning, and that is kind of lost. I wouldn't say lost, but is unsure about what each of the classes kind of main goal is. Like each class is kind of have a main goal. Druid is basically with the Innervate and the, I don't think we won any of these at the beginning. Druid is kind of to get big at the beginning so that later on you can play kind of higher tiered dudes onto the board, but not. Oh, look at that! We're 1-1. He conceded. Oh my goodness. We killed it, guys. Look at that. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for watching. That's the video. Just kidding. Oh wow, we unlocked the Paladin because we didn't have him before. Haha. Starving Buzzard. That's an interesting card as well because you get a card in Hunter called Unleash the Hounds later that summons as many guys as your opponent has on the board, and they're all beasts, so it's like instant card draw. But yeah, as I was saying, these videos are kind of geared towards beginners at Hearthstone, as or people that are just looking to see if you can actually win with basically just the starting cards. So more geared towards beginners so that they can figure out what kind of each class's role is. Like I was saying, Druid gets huge and then gets big guys on the board. Hunter, pretty much go for the face and end the game relatively quickly. And all the other classes we will see hopefully in the following videos that I do. Again, if you guys are enjoying, please be sure to leave likes, comments, and if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. It is very helpful, and it lets me know if I'm doing things correct or incorrect. Hopefully it's correct, but you never know. So yeah, I guess our only option this first turn is to tracking. Let's see what we got here. Let's go, so turn 2, turn 3. I think I want to do the Shattered Sun Cleric so that hopefully I can play this guy out and then he doesn't kill it, and then I can buff him up. I'll stay alive even longer. Don't play a 2-attack minion, please. I'm begging you. Kyoto Double. Yes! Hey, I have that card. Yeah, it kind of gets interesting. Unless you're playing like a totally different deck. If you play against the same class. Because... Ooh, wow, he's playing out his coin. What's he got? That's... I don't want to call that a horrible play, but I think that's a horrible play. Because he could have just, for example, killed that. Yeah, I think that was a very terrible play. I don't want to call people's plays terrible. But like, what he could have done with this is now, see, he's just going... I understand that Hunter's all about going to the face really fast. That's what I was just telling you guys anyways. But he played... His 2 arcane shots are already gone. But see, he used 2 mana to get those out. But I still have a... You still... As Hunter, you still want to go for the face. Obviously, like, you need to do damage. And usually they do it really quickly. But you also need to make sure that, like, at the moment... I have the same... Like, I've done the same amount of damage to him, not used any of my arcane shots, and I have guys on the board. So he's you kind of need to balance board control and hitting to the face real fast, because if I start to out-damage him, then what's the point of hitting to the face real fast if I can out-damage him anyways? So you kind of have to be careful. Like, that's a good play. That's an interesting play. That's a good one. But he didn't. See, I would have gone Stone Tusk Boar into this upgraded Blood Fen Raptor, and then I'd have been stuck to either hit this or hit him. But now he's kind of... I don't know what this guy's up to, but yeah, so that's pretty much my tips. One of my tips is playing Hunter. You kind of need to go as hard as you can into the face, for sure. But you also need to be sure to not just use up all your mana and then not have any guys on the board or anything, because then you're kind of stuck. And since that buff to this guy was only for that turn, now I can just take him out if I wanted to. So interesting play by him, but we'll let it slide because we're also at the lower ranks. I should also note that we are at the lower ranks, so chances are most of these decks, like, these decks are probably good, I'd say, from rank 25 to maybe, if you're lucky, maybe down to 15. Maybe. But being honest, they're not going to do you much good probably past that point. It's just kind of to get started. They're not going to do you much good past that point because people, I'd say, at least 15 or maybe even 10, rank 10 and I guess lower, but higher up, are going to just have cards that destroy you. So this is kind of like an intro, like out of the starter cards that you get, what can you do, and how can you improve your deck by getting more cards by winning and stuff. So it's not the end result, but it's a definitely, hopefully, a helpful starter for you guys. So let me know in the comments section, or message me if you really want to, and say how I'm doing, or if these have helped you or not. And I think we just won the game because I can pop this guy and then just go. So yeah, so far on air we're 2 for 2, so that's good. 2 for 2 is not terrible. And oh, we didn't quite level up. Yeah, let's just keep going. I want to make each of these videos about 20 to 30 minutes to give them a fair demonstration. Like, those 2 wins could have been flukes. The first one was definitely a fluke because he just conceded, but I just want to see how well these decks actually perform, and if you guys have any sort of cards, especially, let me know. Any sort of cards that you would replace in place of another card, I'll be sure to take that into account and maybe in subsequent videos use them. Yeah, so the one thing about playing against a mage such as we are, one of the wins I had offline with this deck before my video just went, like, see, people, that's one thing people, I don't want to say don't understand, but are kind of wasteful at the beginning. Like, he just used this, but his next turn, like, say if I played a 1, you're going to want to use something like this when there's like 1 health guys out, because then it has a random chance to hit them all, and you clear the board. At lower ranks, I've noticed that people tend to just try to deal damage as fast as they can, but don't pay attention. Like that last game we played, that guy wasn't really paying attention to, like, the amount of guys that I had on the board. So he kind of just fell apart at the end because we overpowered him, because he didn't get rid of our guys. So you're gonna, like I was saying, you're gonna need at least a balance of some sort. So yeah, that's pretty much what my tips are. Like, yeah, I've noticed that lower rank, they just try and beat you down as fast as they can, but it doesn't work too well in the long run, in my opinion. So I wouldn't try that if I were you. So see, like, a good play for me here would be to clear his board and get a guy out. So I could go like this, which I'm going to, because basically anytime you can trade, in my opinion, anytime you can trade and you get off with, like, this guy, if we counted up his stats, he has 4. 3 health, 3 attack, 1 health, so that's 4 stats. This guy has 5 stats, 2 health, or 3 health, 2 attack, sorry. So anytime you can trade and be the lower one, but trade away, I would recommend it. And now I can get a guy out on the board and take out this guy as well. So just little things like that. Like, you can lose the game in 1 turn if you're not careful. So especially once you get up into the higher ranks and the cards do a lot more. You just gotta be careful is all it is. So So what should I do this turn? I think I'm just going to... Oh, I wish I had one more mana would be helpful. I think I'm just going to draw. And again, if you don't, like see here, I could hit this guy, but then my guy's dead, and I haven't really done anything to improve my condition on the board. So I'm just going to let it slide, because then he can, like, I'll let him make that move if he wants to. But see, now he's got 3 health on that guy, and I can just multi-shot. So sometimes patience does help, but be careful not to get too patient and then just get destroyed. So I'm going to, I think, multi-shot and then Voodoo Doctor to heal myself a bit.
Give me a minute.
Also, I think I should just maybe, I don't know how the, let me know how the audio mixing is doing. I'm not, for sure not a pro at this. So let me know if the commentary is too low, or it's too high, or the game's too low or too high. But yeah, anytime you can efficiently use up all of your mana is a good turn, because you know that you've, how do I say that? You know that you've used up all you can, and try and plan your turns. So like, now I should try and use 6 mana while trying to leave 7 mana for next turn. So try and just plan ahead, and you'll do alright. I think the play... What's the play here, guys? What's the play? Who's got a play? I think the play is this. And then... I want to just take him out, but that would be a little bit wasteful. So I think I'm going to Iron for Grizzly and then... do that. You know what? Actually, I'll take him out. Get a couple more damage in. Yeah, so in that kind of situation there, you'll learn eventually, like, you'll kind of learn, is it safer to take guys out or keep them there, depending on what you think the mage, like, yeah, that would have been a bad thing to leave open, because then he has another guy. And now, since I've put a beast on the board, I can use this Houndmaster. Perfect display here. And boom, this guy's done. And I have another guy on the board. So it's all about maintaining board control, like I was saying last video, but also having enough kind of damage to get in there and get his health to 0 before yours hits 0. So it's interesting because these games kind of have like such a simple premise, but they're so in depth because of what the different cards do, that you kind of really have to pay attention to what you're doing.
Get behind
Like,
me.
in my opinion, unless he frostbolts this guy, yeah, that wasn't too good of a play on his part, because he just played a 5 mana guy, and I can trade my 4 mana guy that has already contributed to the board to, yeah, so, just little things. And then I think the play is to, good question, I think I'm just going to double Storm one night, is that right?
For the king!
And one of these guys, I'm going to run into him,
Give me a minute.
and then, yeah. So, when you're at the lower ranks, or I guess higher ranks but lower status, try to make sure you don't just run out all your cards and then you're stuck. Try and make sure you plan your turns ahead, and it helps if you have a good deck. Hopefully these decks can help you guys. It helps if you have a good deck to be able to like I was saying, have like a 3 mana turn and a 4 mana turn and a 5 mana turn. Like, I don't know if what he did was the most, like, the best thing he could have done there, because now he has no cards in hand to do anything to my guys. So, I think my safe play is to just do this, but I'm going to actually keep a couple of my cards in my hand just in case, because you never know, guys. So, we're looking in pretty good shape. Looks like we're doing alright. Like I was saying, these decks won't, probably won't support you past rank 15 or so, if that. Yeah, if you do enjoy, like, what I'm showing you is pre-constructed decks, so it's what you have in your inventory you can use to construct your decks. You can get, go into the arena, but you have to pay a fee of 150 gold every time. It's a little expensive, but not too terrible. Oh, actually, I don't know if I should have done it quite like that. I probably shouldn't have. Yeah, that was a blunder. Oh well. if you like to just kind of like arena is a opportunity to, if you go in, you can you go into the arena, you can it'll show you 3 cards at a time, and you pick 1 card out of those 3 cards, and it'll do it again and again and again until you have a full deck of 30 cards. And it can either go super well and your cards can have some good synergy, or your cards will just be like, I don't like you, and you'll get destroyed. But it's really fun, actually, and you get prizes. You can lose up to 3 times in the same arena run, and I think you can win up to 12, I think. I'm not quite sure about that, don't quote me. And that's just a pretty fun little thing. And you get gold and stuff back from it. Yeah, and just going back to these trade-offs, just think about smart trades. Like, he could have traded that Voodoo Doctor for this guy. Since this guy's only contributing, the Gnomish Inventor there's only contributing 2 damage to the board, he could have traded with this guy and saved himself 1 more damage, but I guess it didn't really matter at that point, because he's dead anyways. But just little things like that will kind of give you the edge in the game. So wow, we are doing very well here, guys. We are what is that, 3-3 on air, and no, 3-4-3 on air, and 2-for-2 on off air there. So this deck's doing pretty good. I wouldn't say Hunter's overpowered, but it's probably one of the better classes to start off with, because you can kind of get in for a little damage even if you don't play a guy to the board. So honestly, I think all the classes are balanced enough that you can win effectively with any class, and probably go to rank 1 with any class if you build your deck carefully and you play properly. So personally, I've never been to rank 1. I think the highest I've been is I think I've gotten to rank 6 or 5, but I have university to juggle in there, so I can't really go super hard. Why are we not connecting here? Let's if that ever happens, usually I just do that, and hopefully it pairs me with a guy quicker. Sometimes, I don't know, it just skips over you for some reason. Or I can't find anyone to play with. No one wants to play with me. Also, if that ever happens, it's probably because I believe in ranked they set you up with someone that's around your level. You don't just get massacred. But casual, you can go in, and I think it places you against anybody. So to start off, I would begin with ranked, because it can kind of put you against anybody in casual, so you can kind of get destroyed really fast. What do we want to keep here, guys? I think we throw away everything. It's kind of effective to have... Oh, I think this is the first time we've played against Paladin on air. It's effective to have, like I was saying, like a 1-2-3, like turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Just because it makes your hand, like, you don't use all your cards right away, because every turn you'll be drawing. So after these 3 cards have been played, I'll still have 3 more cards. So it's just little things like that. Hopefully these videos are helping you guys and you are enjoying them. I'm just trying to figure out kind of what everybody enjoys, what kind of games you guys like. Please leave comments. Let me know if you enjoyed the video, if it helped at all, what classes you would like to see next, for sure. I think I'm gonna go Paladin next, because that's one of my favorite classes, alongside the Druid there. So yeah, so it helps, like currently right now we have a perfect 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of just gives you a guide, not a guide, but a kind of pushes you in the direction of, I should play this turn, this next turn. Unfortunately, to break the chain here, I think I'm gonna go Ironforge Rifleman, and my explanation for that is because he summons 1/1 guys. That is his hero power. If I have my Ironforge Rifleman, I can just get rid of him right away. So, not right away, but especially if he plays it now. Ooh, interesting. It does kind of suck to have to run this guy out, but I think that is the correct play. I believe the classes with weapons are Paladin, Warrior, shaman, and if you play a warlock, you can get a legendary called Jaraxxus, and he has a weapon. So I think that's everything, unless I'm missing one. Oh, and Hunter, obviously. But yeah. So like if you were stuck like right now, like what should I be doing? Like what kind of turn is this? I think the best play you can do on this turn would probably be to take this guy out, because then you're getting max value out of this guy at least, and then play probably either this guy. I wouldn't, like it's just kind of personal preference, but like if I play this guy and heal this guy's stealth, so I can't actually attack him yet. I don't know if I've shown that off yet. I don't know if we've had a stealth, but stealth guys can't be attacked or targeted by a spell until they attack someone. Yeah, this guy's got quite the amount of not basic cards. So I can't actually target. It just doesn't even let me hit him until he attacks me. So they're pretty effective to have out, I'd say. And I think the play I want to do here is every time this guy takes damage, he gets to draw a card. So you're gonna want to kill him in as few hits as possible. But since he doesn't really have anything to kind of kill this guy with yet, I think my play is just going to be... I'm just going to run out the Stormwind Knight and hit him in the face. Yeah, stealth guys are actually really effective, especially if you get something like the... there's a card called... Oh, don't tell me. Shade of Noxramas. That's from one of the expansions. That's stealth, but every turn it gains... Every time it's your turn, it gains +1/+1. So they can attack it or target it, and it's just getting buffed. So it's a pretty effective card to have. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm going to try and make these videos probably about 20 to 30 minutes to give these decks at least a fair chance of being played, so we don't just get some lucky wins like that first guy that conceded and then call her a day. So he'll probably just pass, I'd imagine. Pass. Yeah. Alright, so what do we want to do here? I think we want to... How do we want to do this? I think I'm going to do this.
We must cleanse the sun well.
Play it like that. And then go... This guy. Heal this guy back up. And then go this guy, and then heal this guy back up. I know that's kind of interesting because I just said not to use all of your cards. But I believe the best sweeper the paladin has is the Consecration, which does 2 damage to everything, so he couldn't... I don't think he could clear me. That's an interesting card. So I think we're doing pretty decently here. He'll probably go trade maybe to get the... Yeah. Every time one of your guys dies while this is still alive, he gets to draw a card. So if he attacks here, he'll get to draw 2 cards. But he's got to be careful, and that's why playing a Mildruid can be hilarious, because you can just draw your opponent to death. What's he going to play? Ooh, yep, he's definitely got some of the cards that aren't basic here. It's from the Goblins and Gnomes expansion. What do I want to do? Do I want to do the safe play, or do we want to be a little risque? I think we're gonna be a little risque. If it bites us, then you can blame me. Mostly because you don't have any control over it anyways, but I think that's a fair play. See, the safer play probably would have been a multi-shot and then just ping him for a couple damage, but I thought, what the hey? Are we gonna... Ooh! I think we still got him here. I think we still have him. What do we got here? I think we're still good. I think we've got him. Because even if he takes out 2 of my guys... Like, again, I don't know if he's still even going to be alive to do it. But that trade would have been better over here simply because this guy's already... This Acidic Swamp Ooze was already down health. Little things that get you. So again, he's hitting this guy. I would hit this guy. But I don't know why he... I'm not sure why these guys... I don't know if they're just bad. I don't want to call them bad, but I think we've got the win here. Yep. Alright, let's just do this real quick. And we've got another win. Wow, alrighty, so I guess we went 4 wins, no losses, is that correct? And every time you get 3 wins, you get 10 gold, so woohoo. And we've unlocked Hunter's Mark, which is a great spell to have against big guys. Yeah, so this has been the basic hunter deck that you just start out with the regular cards with. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I will be continuing on with this. That was in casual, so I can't really brag about that one. But, oh, did I play that whole thing in casual? I guess I did. Oh well, same kind of thing. People are still competitive in casual as well. But, you know what? Let's just quickly play one ranked game just to prove. That was my bad. I thought we were in ranked the whole time. Let's just play one ranked game just because. I was gonna say I don't think that thing was here in ranked. That timer's not there in ranked, but I'm insane. I'm just gonna play one more quick game. Hopefully we can beat him real quick. Just because I thought we were on ranked that entire time. But people are pretty competitive in casual anyways as well. But yeah, this has been the Hunter. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Again, if you have, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my videos if you enjoy them. Ooh, that's an interesting draw. But yeah, let's just play one more quick game here. Screw it, I'm gonna run them out. Most of the time I don't, because they can usually just, but we're feeling risky. We're feeling risky. What's he got? What's he got? What you got? Oh, Knife Juggler. Amazing card. Sorry that I got an Arcane Shot you. But that is a great card. Every time you summon a minion, you deal 1 damage to something, either the character or a minion, so. But sorry to have to do this to you. I think, judging by coining out a Knife Juggler, this guy knows what the heck he's doing. So we might lose this one. But have some confidence. See how we do here. I think the correct play would be to pull some of that out of there. Ooh, maybe it wasn't, because then he can. Guess we'll see. Yeah. So if you guys haven't played this game, go out and play it. Amazing. Yeah, this guy definitely has some cards that the other guys didn't. So yeah, if you haven't played, how do I want to do this? If you haven't played, go out and play. Freaking amazing. But if you play, even if you're playing casual, like the guys I was just playing against in casual, they're probably in there because they didn't want a competition. But really, it's no different, because you can only drop to rank 25 anyways. It's no different until you get up to kind of the higher ranks where people start actually being really competitive and just destroying you. But yeah, this guy's got some pretty good cards. These are from the Nox Ramus expansion, so can't super really do anything about that. But oh, here's a demonstration of a secret I was talking about earlier. So chances are, if I attack him, it's probably gonna be
That didn't quite hit the mark.
probably going to be Explosive Trap, because he tried to get Explosive Trap deals 2 damage to all enemies. Since he tried to get everything underneath 2 health, I'd imagine that's probably what he's getting at. So I think we're just gonna yeah, I think I'm gonna do this.
Must cleanse the Sunwell.
And then do some of this. And then chances are when I attack like this, he's going to deal 2 damage to everything. Is that right? Yep. Alrighty. That's fine. Still got this guy. We might lose this one. Looks like we're in a little bit of rough shape here. Yeah, we might. Ooh, yep. Is it Huffer? Oh, it's Leok. Oh dear. Not in too good a shape here. Might not win this one. But that's okay. It's okay. We did good in the other ones. Even though it was frickin'
They'll never know.
even though that was casual. I think that's the correct play. Yeah, again, it is a little bit difficult to win against people that have a lot of better cards than you, but what can you do, really? So you just kind of gotta keep trying. Ooh, I think we lost here if he's playing that card. Yep. Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, so when you're first starting out, if that happens to you, don't get discouraged. Happens to everybody, just happened to me. But yeah, you can't. I believe you can't start actually losing stars until you, which I think it's rank 20. So, completed a quest. Until you hit rank 20, so don't worry about that too much until you're rank 20 or above. So yeah, this has been the Basic Hunter. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Went on a little bit long. Sorry about that. Just wanted to get at least one ranked game in there. So I guess we went 4-1. So can't complain. This has been the Basic Hunter. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Have an awesome day, guys.